Hello everybody, good evening. Thank you for coming by. I felt guided to do a general message tonight. Actually, I was planning to take the whole weekend off of tarot because full moon energy, especially right now, is very potent. I wanted a chance to let that kind of settle in, but I felt very, very guided to do a general message. And when I checked out the current astrology, I can definitely see why. That said, this is a message for anybody, any sign. You'll definitely know if it resonates. You don't have to listen to the astrology intro, of course, but you'd probably know by the end of the intro whether or not this reading is going to apply to you, because the astrology is incredibly strong and it is really in the focus of the collective right now. So I'll timestamp the reading below if I remember to. Otherwise, just fast forward ahead if you're not interested in the intro. Anyway, when I looked at the astrology, it's pretty crazy. We all know we just had a full moon in Capricorn. Now moon energies stick around for 2 weeks until we get to the new moon energy in Cancer. That's on the 5th of July. Also that day, the astrology is just crazy, but that's another story. Right now we're dealing with the waning, the afterglow of that full moon. That's particularly important because the moon is Cancer's ruler, and it reached fullness on the first day of Cancer season and the summer solstice. I did a whole video about that. But we're dealing with the moon, Cancer's ruler, and Saturn. We have Saturn on the moon right now. That is such an intense energy I can't begin to explain in a short time. Needless to say, it's very emotional and incredibly deep. Along with that moon, we have Sun in Cancer, also Venus and Mercury. So that is a ton of water energy, and it's also very moony, meaning a lot of deep kind of below the surface things going on. Definitely there could be an increase in your intuition, in your psychic energies, particularly because we also have Saturn itself in Pisces, as well as Neptune, which is Pisces' ruling planet. It's at 29 degrees of Pisces. In astrology, we call that the anaretic degree. It's the last degree before it shifts to a new sign. Now Pluto moves Pluto, interesting. Well, Pluto does move very slow. It's at 1 degree of Aquarius. But anyway, excuse me, Neptune moves fairly slowly. It's going to shift soon, but it sits at that anaretic degree. Let me get a sip. I feel like hiccups are coming on. Okay. And the anaretic degree carries the highest concentrated energy of that planet, that sign. And we're dealing with Pisces. So that's Neptune, that's the 12th house. And then we have the moon. And Neptune in the 12th house, that's all about dreaminess and illusions, and where emotions and visions and stuff don't really have any boundaries. It is the wateriest planet. It can be difficult to know what you feel, where it's coming from, and why. So the suggestion certainly isn't to try to figure that out right now, especially with Cancer so strong in the sky. Cancer as a water sign uses that water energy as immersion. It can divinate, it's a very empathic energy, and that's because of the immersion in the emotional or water energy. Pisces is a water sign too, and that is all about the sensitizing, because there's no way to really, like I said, draw boundaries. Pisces is the high priestess in tarot, one of its major arcanas. Scorpio is the other water sign, and it's missing right now from the astrology, and we could use it actually, because Scorpio uses that internal intuition, that watery sense to investigate, to kind of figure out and strategize. So in other words, it can deduce and put boundaries around feelings, unlike Cancer or Pisces. So that's why I say we could use it right now. Anyway, from my perspective, when we have that kind of moon, that depth of emotion, remember, it's like the very bottom of the ocean. It's certainly hard to know what goes on down there. It's not going to last forever, and it can be a very beautiful energy. But it isn't about trying to qualify it or, as I say, pathologize the heart, because that's impossible anyway. And if you try, it's only going to get more confusing with Neptune sitting where it is. Pisces is also the hanged man in the major arcana. So it is about allowing yourself a different kind of perspective. It doesn't come from in here. Of course, the mind governs how we act upon our feelings, the decisions we make surrounding our feelings. But the mind has nothing to do with feelings themselves. And that's what Pisces and Cancer are definitely going to show us over the next few weeks. And especially we have that full moon energy lingering around until, like I said, the new moon in Cancer. There's also a reason for that. Saturn is all about the restrictions and the practicalities and all of that kind of stuff in life. So it's there to kind of apply the boundaries. What have we learned from being hyper emotional? What have we learned from our illusions? Stuff like that. Anyway, let's get into the collective reading now, you guys. But that's kind of the vibe. I am a Cancer sun myself, as well as both of my grandfathers, my father, and several, my first love in life too, and several others. So it is an energy I'm quite familiar with navigating. In my personal opinion and my astrological opinion, the best way to survive that much water is to just breathe when it hits you and don't try to understand. It won't stay. Think about the moon. It's an ebb and flow. It's allowing those emotions to organically process on their own. They will. And the healing will be done. Pisces and Cancer is around. Two very, very healing energies. So you don't have to be in control of that process for sure. The moon's on the wane, my friends. Keep that in mind. With that in mind, let's get into the reading. I'm going to start off with some star codes. This could be astrological energy that's present in your chart, in somebody around you, or just overall influencing the situation. Okay. Again, this is a collective reading. I do tend to read the most, I do tend to isolate a story because otherwise I find it can get too confusing. But apply it as it resonates to your life. Okay. What do we have, please, for the collective? Interesting. Okay. First card. Isn't that interesting? We have the 12th house. This is Pisces house. Some people, some astrologers consider it kind of the emotional, for lack of a better term, depository of the zodiac. Pisces absorbs energy. And so the feelings of the entire experience are kind of owned in the 12th house. It's the culmination of it all. And it's also the last house before you begin again. So there could be a lot of transformational energy happening under this transit. Well, not could, there is. Then the descendant came out, face up. The descendant sits on the cusp of the 7th house. It's the opposite sign of your ascendant or your rising sign, which represents the new self after the transformation. The descendant signifies the arrival of the other. Interesting, arrival. And then we have Cancer energy. And here in the star code, see, they even give it the code word of immerse. Get all the way in. Tap into that intuition. There's something very energetic taking place. Look, you guys, come on. These cards fell out of the deck. Saturn, Capricorn's ruling planet. These are the core energies. So what the cards are telling us is these are the areas of these signs and experiences that are being isolated. Capricorn moon, we have Saturn here. Saturn is one of my favorite energies astrologically because I call it daddy saddy. It's for your own good. It is the lessons that we've learned by our experiences. And that's playing a big role in this. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, we have Chiron, which is all about healing. It is our deepest unhealed wound. Now, Cancer in the zodiac is mother energy. It's the 4th house, the house of the home. There could be a lot of healing. There could be a lot of mother things happening. And it doesn't always have to do with our own childhood. It could be the collective mother energy. It could be ourselves as mothers, if you're in that role. It could mean a lot of things, but it is that nurture. Anyways, let me get into why don't we do a moonology? We are dealing with the moon for whoever needs this. New moon in Cancer. Relax. That's what I'm saying. Calm the waters. That's how you see what's below. If the waves are turbulent, you're never going to know. It is about getting into that 12th house energy, introspection. Okay, that's the new moon in Cancer, which comes up on the 5th of July as well. So that could be a timing in this. Full moon in Sagittarius, see the bigger picture. That's nice. What comes after this? And then last quarter moon in Aries, work through your feelings. I mean, could that get any more? See the bigger picture is what I'm saying about the moon cycles and all of this water energy around it ebbs and flows. It is part of the, it's going to pass. And then work through your feelings. Well, that makes a lot of sense. What's on the bottom? Last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less and feel more. Think less, feel more. Okay, let's get into the reading with the good tarot. Let's see what's on your mind. What's going on? What are you thinking about? The Page of Cups. This is a brand new emotional experience. It's like getting your toe wet in the water for the first time. It's very sweet. You might be wanting to explore new waters, as it were. It can be about wanting to send messages too. We have this invitation. How do you feel? The Seven of Pentacles, interesting. This is kind of that see the bigger picture for me. This is kind of an emotional pause point for sure in the heart. It's taking a moment to decide what's good for you, what you want to invest in. It's coming in with this see the bigger picture. Could be that this is part of a bigger plan for your life, whatever it is here, that you want to put your toe into. Capricorn energy with the Seven of Pentacles. It's interesting that it's coming in the heart. It's very stable. Okay, what actions do you want to take? Oh, well, never mind that. Because the Tower, that is sudden change and it's massive. The Tower can be about taking apart things that were never meant to stand. Whether we know this or not, we manifest in the Tower in those moments when we know we've had enough. And we secretly acknowledge it to ourselves, right? That's calling in the universal energies for help. And in comes the Tower to shake you loose of something. It is also Aquarius and Scorpio, Aries energy, Mars heavy, sudden change. It could be a move. We'll see what that's about. This is the energy around you. It can also be further actions you want to take. We'll see. We'll see. We're going to need to clarify this, but we have the Three of Wands. It feels like quite a shift in energy to me, but perhaps not, because you could have your eye on something here. It's my wish casting card. This is what lies ahead, the golden future, right? After the Tower. So like I said, this is a planned Tower, which is interesting. Because you definitely have the bigger picture. Something needs to come apart to accommodate that. I love this Three of Wands. In fact, I love the good tarot. But see that boat sailing through the sky? That's carried on the wings of that fiery vision. It's creative. You're heading towards something. Okay. You're seeing the bigger picture. Potential challenge here. We do have Saturn on board, so you can expect a challenge. Although the Tower, well, it's a planned Tower. I can't get past that, but we'll see when we clarify. The challenge, the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is exactly what I said. You're thinking through your heart. Normally well, this is a good depiction too, but normally depicted in the Rider-Waite as a character with two swords crossed over the heart chakra, blindfolded. The mind, swords are our heart, are our thoughts, our mind, our strategies, is protecting the heart space. And here in the good tarot, he's totally submerged in the water. How can you possibly see enough to get the facts, right? It's number 2, which is ruled over by number 2 in the majors. That's the High Priestess. Pisces energy, there's a need to see underwater. Interesting, I mentioned the Hanged Man. Okay. It's like my voice keeps going. I apologize, you guys. It is getting late around here, late evening. Okay, potential outcome for you, if you're resonating with this reading. The Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is an interesting card for me, especially in this energy, because I always take it as a willingness to not settle for less, to accept the challenge, to move forward. Five's are the halfway point. There's Seven of Pentacles in your heart, and then something's got to change. Whatever this is also may cost you some money, some time investment, some kind of energy. But the Five of Pentacles, like I said, is the halfway point. Are you going to turn back, or are you going to go forward? Because you still can, right? It's like a foot on both sides. That's maybe you see a toe in the water. You haven't really gone in there yet. You haven't. We have another page with the Page of Pentacles. You're not all the way in the water. But there's contemplation going on. So let's see what's going on. The Four of Swords. Okay. That's introspection, 12th house. That's a time of solitude and, you know, integration from heartbreak, from experiences of the past. And we have the Two of Swords here too, so there's a lot of mental stuff. All right, let's clarify. I pulled out the big guns with the pulp, so let's see what we get for this Two of Cups on your mind. I'm sorry, interesting I said the Two of Cups. We have the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Wands. The Queen of Swords is way sees your mind. You're mitigating your feelings here, and it's getting very heavy with that Ten of Wands. It could be, like I said, that you're keeping something too small here. And that's becoming a bit of a burden for you with the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is like, it's come to the end of a cycle. It's completion energy. Let me see this Queen of Swords on your mind. Wow. The Queen of Wands. Fire and air energy here. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Ten of Wands. Is there a hovering decision? There is. There's some kind of hovering decision here. And it looks like it's between your head and your heart. I mean, the Queen of Wands is the Queen of the heart. Very passionate fire energy. Excuse me. And it takes that kind of fire to create. I don't know what's going on. It takes that kind of fire. Is this something you need to speak about? Because the Queen of Swords speaks feelings for this Queen of Wands. We'll see. But also it's about moving forward. Okay. Let me see the Seven of Earth in your heart. What is this Seven of Pentacles about? It's the Tower. A planned tower. There could be a debate for you about whether or not. Just relax and see the bigger picture. The Seven of Earth. And the Tower. Oh my gosh. It's the Ten of Cups. That is definitely all of that water energy. Yeah, a planned tower, but as I said, this is kind of from the Page of Cups to what you feel in your heart is the Ten of Cups. That's why the tower is being caused. Like I said, there's something you're very passionate about, somebody that you're mitigating with your mind, and it's becoming a burden to hold that back. In your heart, you actually have the Ten of Cups. It's causing the Tower. Let me see the Tower. And it does. That's like a tidal wave. The Ten of Cups is my everything card. In the in the pulp, it has that kind of 50s style family at the bowling alley. Everything's happy. It's fulfillment, whatever that means to you. Emotional fulfillment of the highest order. And it's grounded. Okay, let me see the Tower. It's also a family card, so this could be about a child with this Page of Cups. The Tower. Oh, what? All right. We have the Lovers. This is Gemini's major arcana. Of course, we just came out of Gemini season, like just. But also, it is a very difficult decision to make. Two of Swords, right? Right there in the challenge. That Queen of Swords needs to make a decision. That's what I'm saying. To engage in what your heart really wants. This Queen of Wands. But anyway, the Lovers is a crossroads. And it is Gemini energy, so it is the twins. It's about your own duality. And that's why it's such a hard decision to make. There's a big difference between the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords is very logical. I do what's best for me. I know what makes sense. I've learned my lessons, Saturn. But the Queen of Wands is there being like, yeah, but I trust my heart and my passion. And I know what makes me happy. And usually the Ten of Cups is going to supersede anything. That's it can cause towers. Anyway, the Lovers is the need to make that decision. Maybe you sat at the crossroads for too long, Ten of Wands. And here comes the Tower. Okay. And then we have the Hierophant. Wow. Quite a few majors showing up already. Quite a few. This is very impactful energy. The Hierophant is an interesting energy. It's Taurus. And it can be about our belief systems. It can be about the structures that we abide by. It can be about formalities like a marriage or a commitment of some kind. It can definitely be a comfort zone as well. Okay. Let me see the Three of Wands. So this can be about changing everything you believe. It can be about commitment, marriage. See the bigger picture. Let me see that Three of Fire, please. We got the Three of Wands. Interesting. See, this is another exploration energy. That's Queen of Wands territory. And the Three of Wands is, especially here again in the pulp, she's dressed like an explorer, wanting to explore distant shores, feeling that pull of the Queen of Wands. You know, one of the slogans of Cancer energy that we have so strongly around now is how to reconcile the homemaker in the heart with the gypsy in the soul. And there's a little bit of that energy going on here because we have the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune, if we need more majors, we got them. The Wheel carries with it the same force as the Tower for me. In fact, this is usually what brings upon the Tower. It's destiny. It is my let go or be dragged card. And the Ten of Wands, it's time to let go. Okay. It is also about divine timing, but it's Sagittarius energy, so it brings in that Jupiter, that exploration, the broadening, the learning new things, the exploring distant horizons. And it's also good luck with Jupiter. Did we have Sag? We do. Full moon in Sag. See the bigger picture. The vision. Three of Wands is my wish casting card, my dream casting card. And you guys, you cannot cast a wish. The Queen of Wands can. That's her magic. I believe in my own heart. That's what she says. And straight from there comes the magic. Look at the black cat at her feet. But you cannot manifest properly from that place of the Queen of Wands with the Queen of Swords and Ten of Wands right there. Because your energy is Page of Cups. You haven't committed. Let me see the Two of Swords. Work through your feelings. Oh, is this why? Okay. We have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. And obviously the natural partner here for the Queen of Wands. No wonder the Lover's energy comes up. These two are very, very passionate, very fiery, very creative, both leaders in their own right. But things between them can be a little bit explosive, the Tower. In fact, they can change the whole playing field. There is definitely a lot of attraction between the two. We have two fire signs here, Sag and Aries showing up with this new moon in Cancer. Now, the King of Wands is like I said, the mate for the Queen of Wands because the passion in his own heart. Look at him. This is, again, one of my favorite depictions. He's watching that structure right there burn to the ground. He's going to build his own. He's going to build a new one. He has his own vision, and that's the wand he's holding on to there. Leaving the past behind, and there is a decision to do that. So the challenge here could be somebody around you that needs to make that decision, potentially. This could be you. King of Wands. The World, another major. The closing of a cycle, the past. Also, there could be a distance in a situation here. But yeah, the World is about putting an energy to it. It's like 10 of Wands. A cycle's been completed. Let me see the World. To make way for the new beginning. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. Seven of Pentacles over here, King and Queen of Wands. This is a power couple. You could build something together even. But what's the deal? Let me see the Five of Pentacles and the potential outcome here. And the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. I'm happy to see that Four of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles is about independence. It's about having your financial resources in order. Seven of Pentacles. There could be plans on, like, what does this have to do with? Building stability. And then the Tower comes in and is like, well, that's not the point. But anyway, the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is achievement of that wish. It has something to do with independence. Because I got that I want to explore energy here. It could be something to do with finances. See, we have the Three of Wands twice, and then the Four of Wands. Oh, interesting. The Ace of Pentacles. Nice to see. The Ace of Pentacles, all of the aces are just, they're new beginnings. It's energy you can create from. It's an idea. It could be an offer coming in. It needs to be, definitely needs to be cultivated, but it is the one pentacle missing here to get to the 10. And remember, I said it's all about achievement of the 10. Six of Pentacles, an offer to explore maybe, because we have Four of Wands here. This could be about your work. It could be about investing in something, a new home, a business. We have the King and Queen of Wands. Five of Pentacles again. And then we have the other Five of Pentacles. That's 10. Two halves to create the whole. And then there's the offer. Okay, building something together. Let me see the Five of Pentacles. You know, the Queen of Wands is like, well, I need the partner, the King of Wands, to share the vision. There's two Three of Wands here. Wow, it's the Emperor. Divine masculine energy. Capricorn, Taurus, and Aries. This is the Emperor is who builds empires. Pardon me. Who has the ability to. All right, let me see. Stepping into the energy of creation. And then the Six of Cups, Scorpio energy. Remember I said we're missing Scorpio energy? Interesting. The Six of Cups is about a memory of how love feels before the Queen of Swords comes into play. Before you're afraid of how you feel, before you've learned those hard lessons of Saturn. It's not necessarily naive. Now, this could be somebody from your past. It could be somebody from your past life. Either way, the Emperor and the Six of Cups. Three of Swords, interesting. We have the Four of Swords. Heartbreak. Let me see that Six of Cups. The Three of Pentacles, more earth energy. Now, 7, right? And 3, we have 10. 10 cups, 10 pentacles, 10 wands. Three of Pentacles is about, especially with the Six of Cups, I like this energy together. This is about collaboration. It's very sweet, it's very friendly, and it's certainly very trusting. One more with the Three of Pentacles, about building something together. Judgment. I wonder what's going on here. Judgment is also a past life energy or past energy. Scorpio and Sagittarius. Look at this hand coming out of the soil. Something rising up from deep below. Scorpio energy with the Six of Cups. What is rising up? What's rising up here? From deep below. The Knight of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. All right. The Knight of Swords is information and action. This is acting upon an idea or communicating, taking the Ace of Pentacles and turning it into something real. That's what the Knights do. They put them into action. Okay, let's build something. One more. Page of Pentacles. What do we have? The Eight of Swords, okay. And then we have the Magician on the bottom of the deck. Virgo and Gemini. Very powerful, lots of major arcanas. But the Eight of Swords is again Queen of Swords territory, being caught in your own mind, way overthinking it. Trying to, like I said, trying to be smart. Okay. But also maybe not able to see because of it. Remember, work through your feelings. Let me grab a different deck for a second. What are the feelings here? Yeah, let's do the lights here. Why the Eight of Swords around this idea? I mean, the Page of Pentacles is very promising. That's something that can grow. The Four of Pentacles. Yeah. The Four of Pentacles is very protective. This is Emperor territory. Remember I mentioned the Two of Swords protecting the heart? The Four of Pentacles is protecting the heart in this. Eight of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Seeking more stability. What do you want to communicate about? The Knight of Pentacles. And then the Six of Cups, again. It could definitely be somebody from your past. But I keep mentioning that water energy though. These cups could all be in the feelings. You could be exploring the feelings of something that you didn't hold on to or did. Let me see. Okay, interesting. The Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords, right? This is about secret strategies. This is about operating like below the scenes. You're not saying something. Four of Pentacles is suddenly like keeping something close to your vest. Let me see. Well, what is the deal with the Seven of Swords? Oh, the Ace of Cups. I love the Ace of Cups in this deck. You can see how it's that kind of ethereal possibility that could grow into the 10. And you're going to go for it. But there's a strategy around it. Look at this moon. Okay. Very protective with the Ace of Cups. Of course, we're back in water territory. And then we have the moon. Interesting. So the Seven of Swords also tells me be careful what you think. Always with the Seven of Swords. It can be about deceiving yourself. And the Queen of Swords can do that. On the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Scorpio energy. And then the Hanged Man. I knew the Hanged Man was going to come out. A different perspective. It isn't in the mind. It's in the feelings. Look at this King of Cups. He's completely in meditative state. He's tapping into his own flow. He has his hand in the water. He divinates that way. Remember I said osmosis. One more. Let's go a little deeper. Let's see if the moon will reveal anything to us. Look what it reveals. The Ten of Cups. This is what's coming. Look. Ace of Cups, the moon, the Ten of Cups. Wow. And naturally, we have the King and the Queen of Cups. When you get two water energies like this together, it is inseparable. The thing is, you can make any choice that you want with the Lover's card. But once water intermingles, again, there's no boundary. You can't separate it. That's why the Six of Cups is here. That's what the Six of Cups means. It means you could have left something in the past, but the energy is always there, whatever decision that you make, especially if the wheel is behind it. Strong destiny here. And as I always say about the King and the Queen of Cups, these two have a natural empathy that runs so deep. They don't even need to speak. It lives in the psychic realm. Notice how that King of Cups has his fingers dangling in the water and she's fully immersed. Cancer energy with the Queen of Cups. This is the fingers dangling in the water. Checking it out. But in comes the Tower. Crazy. Okay. It's pretty intense, you guys. But there is definitely a decision here. Okay. Let's get some more astrology for you. No, we got enough. I want to do some love cards. Heck yeah. Let's do some true love reading cards with all of this potential water around. Creativity. The King and the Queen of Wands, the King and Queen of Cups. That's the very definition of creativity. Remember I said power couple? You can definitely build something together. What else? Manifestation. I like how this alignment, see how all her chakras are lined up there? And then we have the 12th house. Look at all the alignment. Can you see the glares? I'm sorry. In any event. This is about the root, the sacral, and the heart all being in alignment. It's a very safety energy as well. We have divine masculine on the bottom of the deck, the Emperor. Have you been working on manifesting this? What stayed down? Compatibility. Yeah, well. King and Queen of Wands, King and Queen of Cups. Let's do one more. You fly the same way. It's like, hey, I know you. Wow. Commitment. Remember we have that Taurus energy of the Hierophant? Plus the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. I like the swans. They're beautiful. They mate for life. Okay. Oh, wow. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Gardener. Remember I said the Emperor can make things grow, can build this? Wow. And the Pentacles are there as seeds of investment. Whatever that represents for you. Let's do a romance angel. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. That's why it's so important to not be in that Queen of Swords mode. Be in the Queen of Wands mode. Your visualizations, the Three of Wands. Look what's waiting. Okay. Believe it. Like I said, don't mitigate your hope. Getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. That Page of Cups, remember I said you got to get all the way in the water? Let's get one more. And then codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. I mean, addictions can be all kinds of things. With that Seven of Swords, Queen of Swords, it carries the caution of addictive cycles of thought. It can be with the Queen of Wands and King of Wands that while I do get a bit of a history here potentially, that there could have been addictions involved. You know, often with these two, it can be a bit of an addiction to each other. There can be jealousy, competitiveness, all kinds of things that go on. The King and Queen of Wands, that is. And the King and Queen of Cups. I mean, these two couples, it's the same couple, but these two pairings have a very, very deep dark side too. If you're going to explore passion and emotion to that level, towers happen. Sometimes they do. Okay. And also, codependency can be about like too much of each other. You know? 10 of Cups, I mean, it's hard to breathe under that much water. Finances and career, financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. It's something that you can build together. That's definitely what I see. All right, let's close it off with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice. Not my favorite, although I seem to be giving it in this reading a lot. But as always, take it as it resonates. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Always the case. Okay. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Well, I don't know about the examine part, but do what you do. The moon is here. Look inside yourself. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles like the moon. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. 8 of Swords. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads. You know where it leads? To the 10 of Cups. The flow is coming from the moon and the Ace of Cups. And we have you in 8 of Swords. Gotta go with the flow. All right, totally losing my voice now. Let's do one more. My beloved, the King and Queen of Cups. Though we may be physically apart, spiritually we're always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. That's what I'm saying. The Lovers is a choice that you make, but it doesn't mean the energy goes away. The 6 of Cups. The head rules the decision, not the heart. All right, you guys, I love you. Good luck in this energy. Like I said, just ride it out. It is quite beautiful. It's only scary if you try to understand it. I'll see you soon, my friends. Namaste.